Hello and welcome back to Arsenal Domination, where I want to talk a little bit about Arsenal's squad and two players in particular, Kiwior and Mikel Moreno, who have been the unexpected sort of heroes in many ways of the last few weeks. Now that might be a bit of hyperbole on my part there, but hopefully you get the point. Arsenal have come in for a lot of criticism this season. I've spoken about it often, and I think to some extent it's understandable, but I've always felt that this squad was capable of winning the league. And I think that all things being even this season, Arsenal would have won the league. I think Liverpool deserve credit for that. I think Mo Salah has been outstanding. But I think there's been a lot around this season that has been unfortunate for Arsenal. And I do think that this squad will be improved in the summer. But I think if the season would be done again, this squad would have proven it capable of winning. And I think Mikel Merino and Kiwior in many ways are the embodiment of that. When Kai Havertz went down, I think we all feared the worst, and rightly so. And in terms of the league, that has been sort of proven correct. And I think we all thought that Arsenal just needed to rip up the rulebook to some extent of their, sort of recent rebuilding success by just going out and getting a body in many ways in January. And I still feel that's the case now. I think had we done that, I don't think the league would be over. We might not have won it, but I certainly think it would have been a lot closer. But Mikel Merino has stepped up, and I said at the time he was the most similar to Kai Havertz in terms of profile to play up there, even though he'd never played centre forward before. And I think he's shown that he's got the technique and the ability to hold up the play and bring others into play. What has surprised me is his finishing, with the goals he scored, 5 goals since moving into that forward position in about 10-ish games, 10, 11 games. And that's a really, really good record. And I think that next season he will become a squad player, but I think he will take a lot of confidence now. And I always spoke about the fact that his troubles early on were very much due to the fact he was in and out the side and didn't have much pre-season training following that freak incident in his first ever training session where he broke his shoulder. But Kiwior, another one. When Gabriel went down, again, we all feared the worst, and rightly so. Gabriel has been outstanding, in contention, if not our player of the season, certainly in contention for it. And Kiwior has struggled at times when he's come in. We always sort of remember that incident where he sort of got beaten by the flight of the ball, I think it was Brentford, and he's had some clunky moments. But he's come in and he has looked solid alongside William Saliba. He has demonstrated his ability on the ball. And again, I think he will be one that will, that won't be a key part of Arsenal next season. He probably won't even be there here. He'll probably be sold. But I think it does show that we underestimate and the strength and depth that we do have at the club. And we do pick on players and write them off very quickly. And I don't think we should. Anyway, that's all for me. I'll speak to you soon.